The Safaricom Marathon. 10 years of running wild.
The idea of the marathon came up just over 10 years ago when a group of us were sitting and chatting here at Lewa. Tourists that had come to Lewa often were asking whether they could go out for a jog in the evening. And so that sparked an idea that maybe there was an appetite to create a running event here.
The large number of people who turn up for registration on the day before the race is exciting and a busy experience for both organisers and participants.
Most people who want to run don't stay within the timelines of the deadline. And so what you find is that a lot of people think they have time, and then come the date that we close the entries or the registration process, people get upset because we've had to close, and we obviously can't take more than 1,000 runners.
But we have to limit it because of the impact on the conservation area.
The Safaricom Marathon is the event of the year for local community members who make sure they come early to register and get their, hopefully, winning race numbers.
When you go on the ground, the communities are so happy about the Safaricom Marathon because when they come to run, they come to run for their future, and also they come to learn about wildlife conservation and how they can affect their livelihoods.
The children look forward to running. I mean, there's the kids fundraise 5 kms, and with that, it makes them to own up the Safaricom Marathon because they're actually involved in their fundraising themselves.
The queues shorten as the registration comes to an end and the organisers relax, for now. It's a new day. It's the Safaricom Marathon.
Task Trust, who organize the international runners, who are the main organizers along with Safaricom for the actual marathon. The team in Lewa itself, the team that works on the course, the works, the water stations, it's definitely a lot of teamwork.
The logistics prepares everything from the beginning up to the end. The science, now we are thinking of the transport, of picking tents or other materials from either Nairobi or Nanyuki.
It's an amazing sight. People from all walks of life brave the cold and wait patiently to run for a worthy cause. Not everyone here is a professional runner, but their determination and energy makes you feel that maybe they could compete with Olympic champions. The children's race is almost about to start. Their faces show their spirit and nerves as they wait for the gunshot to go off. Off they go. A sea of legs and hands and young faces running wildly. You can't hold back the crowd as they start off to what will be an exciting journey. Some are running 21 kilometers and others will run the full 42 kilometers.
It's really a big challenge, and you need to have enough security, so we make sure that we are trying to cover everything. You're covering your normal duties or normal job, and then at the same time you are helping or you are making sure that people are running safely.
I enjoyed running because you are running for a worthy cause, at the same time you are running for your health.
The crowds of people start to thin out after a few kilometers, but you never feel alone on this course, with spectators cheering on the runners to keep their spirits up.
So the spectators help the runners get motivated, get to the finish line. And for the spectators themselves, it's a great way to show how beautiful Lewa is, to allow them the opportunity of seeing their runners.
Celebrity runners always set aside time to run in the Safaricom Marathon.
I love it. I love them because you find that maybe the initiatives and the principles behind this event is actually to uplift the living standards of the people here. This is something that I always really like.
Game number 2.
Although you can't tell from the way the professional athletes run almost effortlessly, the race is a big challenge for all runners. With all the challenges, heat, dust, and even wild animals, what drives people to take part?
I decided to basically run this marathon for good causes and also keeping fit.
We like it because you run through the woods, through the wild animals, and there's so many fans around, and the rain is also good. The road's very nice. And look at the scenery, it's very nice.
A lot of corporates are here, a lot of people who support Safaricom are here, and it's very exciting. It's really man against nature.
It's really challenging to do. It's hard, it's tough, it's uphill, it seems uphill all the way.
We have a strong medical team in place, supported by Nairobi Equator Hospital, AMREF Flying Doctor Service. We've got the Nanyuki Cottage Hospital. We've got a doctor there full-time. The Kenya Red Cross comes in as well. So we've got a strong team that's there to ensure that we're fully equipped.
Man's endurance and spirit has no limits. The story of Piotr Pogon, who is living with cancer, is the best example of this. He participates in marathons to show others that they can overcome all obstacles.
Lewa Marathon to jest niepowtarzalna impreza. Jestem przekonany, że jest to jedyny taki maraton na świecie. Z taką scenerią, na takiej wysokości i tak wspaniale zorganizowany. Jestem tego pewien.
You will see people, over this weekend who have come and run this race year after year after year.
He must be talking about people like Mzee Gurengo, who has run this marathon for 10 years now. Or him. Or her. Kids Marathon ends first, then the 21 kilometers, then the 42 kilometers.
Mbio tu ilikuwa nzuri kwa sababu nilianza nikiwa nambari ya 4 na nimemaliza nikiwa nambari ya kwanza, na kwa hivyo nimefurahi sana.
Competition is stiff for the adults' marathons.
Ningesema waendelee hivyo hivyo, ni motisha kwetu wanariadha.
My experience of the Safaricom Marathon today was great, and I really loved the course first of all, and also the crowd.
Nilishiriki mwaka jana hapa na nikashinda. Ndio nikasema wacha nitetee taji, lakini sikujua kwamba nitashinda leo.
race will continue to be fun and for it to continue to have this incredible impact. I think that we've achieved a huge amount with Safaricom support in getting the message out there that you know, conservation is important and that conservation can generate benefits elsewhere.
We give kudos to Safaricom, yes, and we hope they are going to do it many other times.
We've got it down to the T and everybody knows what they're doing and the infrastructure's in place. I wouldn't say it's hard anymore.
The prize-giving ceremony after the race is full of winners.
Entertainment after the marathon is very important in that a lot of people come there for a weekend after the race. For them, it's time out with their family, with their colleagues, it's a weekend away. And we've been very lucky because we've had sponsors who've supported us throughout and sponsors who are keen to come on even now.
I'd like to thank personally the sponsors. As Charlie said, there's many of them, but there are very special sponsors who every year come forward and help us and help us pay for this event.
Every year when we see the fundraising has gone well, and this past year we surpassed our targets and raised 37 million shillings, that's definitely one of the biggest plus and a very exciting moment when you've actually surpassed your targets. Safaricom has signed a 5-year contract to take on the event, so one of the things we'll be doing is looking at how we can make it bigger and better.
It's great to have this opportunity now to sign this agreement and to make sure that we have a continuation at least for the next 5 years of this marathon, which everybody knows is a huge success and makes a major impact on the communities not only in this part of the world but also in other parts of Kenya.
As we look towards the future, this is a celebration of overcoming obstacles to grow our determination in order to change lives. This is a celebration of 10 years of running wild.